Welcome back to the Dr. Doctor series, Choosing the Right EHR. As John Wayne might say, choosing an EHR is tough. It's even tougher if you're stupid. Hello, I'm Kim Castleberry, and I would like to help you select the best EHR for your practice the smart way. I've been designing EHR software for over 25 years, and I've learned a thing or two. For the past 5 years, I have helped design the Uprise EHR, and I'm happy to announce it is ready for prime time. Like our practices, we only want happy patients, and the same goes for Uprise. We only want happy users. And while I think Uprise is a great solution for my practice, I know it's not for everyone, so I want to help you determine if Uprise is right for you and your practice. So let's look at my top 10 countdown for choosing the right EHR. Number 10, a beautiful user interface, because anything you have to look at all day long should be pretty. Number 9, a hands-free MIPS. You shouldn't have to do extra clicks for the feds. And number 8, the vendor should have strong financial backing. And number 7, one-touch clinical support. And number 6, automatic invoicing. And number 5, automatic coding and code validation. And number 4, automatic completion of interpretation and reports and operative notes. And number 3, a true cloud EHR. And number 2, doctor designed. And finally, fewer clicks. The best information I have on factors to consider when selecting an EHR vendor is actually from the government's health IT website. It's an objective and non-vendor supported. It can help your quest for the best solution for your practice. So I encourage you to look at the link below and download or review. Again, it's key factors to consider and vendor selection tools, and this is the best objective information available. The most frustrating issue most of us find when going EHR is it takes longer than paper. I've helped to develop the first EHR that actually saves times and clicks on exam documentation compared to, just about anything. I've spent the past 25 years counting clicks, and I can tell you we have reduced the number of clicks to do an exam by at least 50%. Fewer clicks equals easier and faster exams. So let me show you how we saved clicks in Uprise EHR. With Uprise, we've made it easy to review the patient chart before going into the exam room. The exam type, reason for visit, orders, active problems, and refractions are viewable with one click. It sure beats flipping through a paper chart or clicking through multiple exams on screen. Electronic questionnaires with the PFSH, review of systems, and lifestyle questionnaires can be completed online through your website, the patient portal, or even in office electronically, saving dozens of clicks. So let's look at Uprise one-click chart review. We can see here the exams that they've been in for, today's exam type, the reason for the visit today. Going over to the summary tab, we can see the patient summary with future orders and orders for today's visit, refractions, medications, active allergies, vitals, and active problems. So with one click, we have access to everything we need to start the exam room introduction. You can even view this on a tablet outside the exam room when a staff member has the chart open. Now this is a big improvement over legacy systems, and sometimes it's the little things that matter a lot. Exam documentation, coding, and invoicing are other areas I found frustrating for doctors doing EHR exams. Interestingly, many doctors don't give consideration to coding and invoicing piece because they leave it to the staff. There is certainly nothing the matter with that, but with Uprise, you won't need the staff to do it because it's automatic. Using proprietary features like Smart Touch with auto coding and Code Safe with code verification, it helps reduce exam time clicks dramatically. It also reduces workload for your staff. With Smart Touch, with just a few smart selection, it automates a cascade of events with findings, assessment, with status and severity, a detailed plan, and order selections, and special tests and procedures with interpretation and report and operative notes automatically completed, patient communication selections, coding and invoicing. CPTs and ICDs will be automatically paired. They're going to be insurance assigned to the correct insurance, vision to vision plans, medical to medical plans, and code safe checked for LCD NCCI compliance. Quantity and modifier support is available as well. And all of these are just a few clicks away. Let me show you how Smart Touch automates a PVD case and saves clicks. We'll go select category selection. Everything in the anterior chamber is normal. Everything in the posterior chamber is normal, except for the vitreous. And we have vitreous opacities in the right eye, posterior vitreous detachment in the right eye. That's moderate. And we're done. Just a couple of smart selections creates our findings right here, our diagnosis right here with a detailed treatment plan. We can set that as primary. We can go down here and look at our orders, and we want to do fundus photography on this. And you can see that automatically displays our fundus photography with our interpretation and report already completed. And we got patient counseling items to select here. And we look down at coding. We've already got the exam coded with the reason for the visit assigned to the correct insurance company, and same thing for fundus photography. And we're simply ready to close the exam and go home. Another frustration I found in EHR exams was with prior exams. It was frustrating having to look at prior exams or even a problem list to find the relevant issues for today's exam. One solution is to copy forward past exams or even past problems, but that's led to cloned exams and audit problems. With Uprise, we've designed history buttons for selection by group or by problem that automates updating status and severity for active problems. And Smart Touch automatically records the associated findings, the assessment, plan, orders, patient communications, coding, and invoices. It's almost unbelievable, and it's a little bit like auto-driving cars. It feels strange at first, but soon you get used to it and you just sit back and enjoy the ride. Just look at the history icon and save some clicks. Let's see how the history button works to save clicks in Uprise. So let's look at that PVD on follow-up. The patient comes in. We can either go to the category selection, or better yet, let's go over to the history button. We can select the history button, and we can get a list of all of the past problems and the dates, and we can see here on the last time they came in for vitreous opacities, and we can say that they've improved, and we've had a PVD on the right eye. We can say it's improved, and we're done. Again, we've got our findings right here. We've got our assessment and detailed plan right here. We can set one of them as primary. And we can select our procedure for today, extended ophthalmoscopy. And we can see here it's been put here with the interpretation report already complete. And you can see the billing is already complete right down here as well. We simply sign the exam and go home. Refraction equipment interfaces provide one-click entry for the refraction exam. Take a look at my refraction tutorial on YouTube and see for yourself how refraction works. There's one-click entry for lensometry findings, auto refraction, wavefront refraction, visual acuities, binocular findings, and near findings. Exam configuration allows customization in a meaningful way. Now, all vendors allow you to customize exams. That's not new. Uprise allows for smart customization that automates exam content, coding, invoicing, and the exam type is linkable to an appointment type, so the exam is ready to go when the patient checks in. It's another industry first from Uprise, and it's so easy, even a doctor can do it. Here's a screenshot of how we set up an exam in Uprise to save clicks. So you go to exam configuration and select exam types, and you can see here you can set up your coding, the exam type name. You can put whatever visible groups you want associated with this exam type. You can add default screening procedures. You can add default user-defined other tests. I've added pachymetry, tear testing, and vital dye to mine. You can add whatever you want to yours. You can add special ophthalmological tests and or procedures, and default binocular tests. All this just to save a whole lot of clicks. VisionWeb has given the EHR design reins over to ECPs. The EHR is designed by ECPs for ECPs. And we've designed it for ophthalmologists and optometrists that want a best-in-class, easy-to-use, affordable, true cloud EHR. It's rare when a company allows ECPs to design their own software, and VisionWeb is continuing this commitment to ECPs, so I hope many of you will join the uprising and help us design the next version. You're not going to believe what we have in store for version 2, so stay tuned. Doctor Design has given us an intuitive design, because you shouldn't need to have intensive training just to do an eye exam. And the EHR should respect our workflow. The EHR should work like we think. And multiple users ought to be able to access the exam at the same time. And during the physical exam, data entry should respect our clinical workflow, and our workflow is doctor designed. The annotation tools should help educate and demonstrate problems to the patient in addition to documenting the condition. And embedded clinical decision support at the point of care should be available with clinical images and information, and they're just one click away in Uprise during the exam. Doctor-designed refraction is especially important to the dispensing optometrist and ophthalmologist, and here the details matter, and we have attended to every detail. With refraction, one of my favorite things is the VisionWeb product catalogs are embedded into the system so that all contact lenses and all spectacle lens products are embedded into the system so that we can prescribe and write lab orders for only products that exist. We've also developed a contact lens module where all of the contact lens fields are available for all contact lens types. And this is another industry first. We have all soft sphere, toric, multifocal toric, and custom soft lens design fields built into Uprise. Same thing with rigid. We have rigid sphere, aspheric, front toric, back torics, bitorics, scleral, multifocal spheres, multifocal toric, and even multifocal bitoric. All of those data fields are available in the EHR to complete for prescriptions and lab orders. And we even have hybrid spheres and hybrid multifocals for the Synergize products. And yes, we also have the scleral fields as well. We have monovision lens indicators for the near eye, and we have contact lens observation and over-refraction support that again respects our workflow. We have wearing schedule, replenishment, and care system support. And here are the contact lens refraction screens. The left screenshot over here displays the contact lens types, all of them, including scleral and hybrids. The right screen displays the fields associated with the two most complicated field data set, rigid multifocal torics and soft multifocal torics, and they have all of the necessary contact lens fields to prescribe and order these contact lens products. Every contact lens type has every field needed. I made sure of it. Perhaps the most important feature VisionWeb allowed us to design is Smart Touch. As we've seen, it not only saves clicks, it allows automatic coding and billing support, so you don't need a back office to submit your claims. Just close the exam and go home. And let's take a look at how we do it with Uprise. With Smart Touch, everything's coded and linked in coding. And then when you sign the chart, the prescriptions are pushed to the practice management system and the billing is pushed to the invoice. So you just close the exam here. Your office staff is going to go over to optical checkout, bring up the invoice here, and you can see everything comes over to the invoice perfectly, all linked up to the diagnosis and all linked up to the insurance code. So all we have to do is pay it and close it, and the claim is done. Let's go ahead and post it. And we'll go take a look at the claim. And here's the claim right here with Santa Claus. Bring up the claim right here. And you can see here, the claim is already complete with everything that we need to submit. So all we have to do is submit the claim electronically, and the claim is at the clearinghouse. And we've done that all without a back office. So again, all we have to do is close the exam and go home. A primary reason many of us are frustrated with our legacy EHRs is they're not true cloud-based. I took my legacy EHR to the fake cloud and at least got rid of some of my hardware in my office, but I still couldn't access my EHR on any browser, anytime, anywhere, any device. In fact, I found I had the worst of both worlds because I had the cost of the ground and the cost of the cloud. Moreover, I still had to have special software on certain machines to access my EHR. In fact, I was surprised to find that almost all of the supposed cloud EHRs were actually fake cloud-based. That's why we started Uprise. Now we have an easy-to-use, affordable, true cloud product we can access on any browser, anytime, anywhere, any device, even on my iPhone. So, beware of the fake clouds. Clinical decision support in most systems was designed for government compliance, not clinicians. Once again, VisionWeb has allowed doctors to design clinical decision support that is embedded into Uprise, and it's automatic. While the system is preloaded with clinical decision support, you can change the orders and treatment options easily. You can even look at images and information for each ICD with only a single touch. And it's great to illustrate a condition to a patient or look up something you're not sure of. There's nothing like it in the industry. Let's look at Uprise's clinical decision support at the point of care. We can go to category selection, and let's take the example of corneal dystrophy. We want to diagnose and manage corneal dystrophy, and we want to show the patient what's going on and get a little bit of clinical support information ourselves. We can select cornea, process to next, and go over to corneal dystrophy right down in here and select the clinical decision support icon, and we can get plenty of images to review for ourselves to confirm that's what we're looking at or to demonstrate for the patient. We can also go up here to all and find text clinical decision support and find information from, you can see here, the American Academy of Ophthalmology, Hopkins, Medscape. There's plenty of information right here. We can pull it up, review it, look at it, confirm what's going on, print it out, email it, text it, whatever we want. After 5+ years and millions of dollars, it's clear to me that only strong companies with good financial backing will survive in the future. With VisionWeb, we have the backing of the largest vision care company in America, Essilor of America. And that is how VisionWeb is coming to market with their premium new generation product at a price that ECPs can afford. I'm afraid in the future the big dogs are going to eat, so I suggest you find a big dog with your EHR selection. Government compliance has been a real source of pain and frustration for most EHR users and EHR vendors. At VisionWeb, we've decided to build an EHR around government compliance so that we would not have to do extra work or extra clicks to satisfy the feds. The result is another industry first, hands-free MIPS, or what I like to say, no clicks for MIPS. With EHRs, there's usually many ways to document care. But most EHRs only have one way to satisfy MIPS, and it usually involves a lot of extra clicks. With Uprise, all you have to do is provide the care, and it's tracked behind the scene to accurately report your results. So I invite you to review the MIPS for Dummies tutorial on YouTube for a closer look. I think you'll be impressed. Here's a quick view of MIPS free report scorecard. And you can see here on the quality, we've got all the quality measures here. Go over to advancing care. We can look at all the advancing care measures here. And we can go over to improvement activities, and we can see improvement activities down here. Again, built into the platform, and a platform that is built around meaningful use to save you clicks. You know, anything that you have to look at all day long should be pretty. And Uprise has a beautiful user interface. You should look for an exam format that respects your workflow and makes it easy to view clinically significant data. And overall, there's basically two options: the tabbed view exams or single page scrollable exams. And both are good, but you may prefer one over the other. Uprise has a single page scrollable format that looks similar to paper. And here's a good example of two good EHR exam views, and I hope this helps you determine which one you like best. So here's a good popular cloud-based EHR that I think is really good, and it has the tab views. And you select these tabs one at a time, and the screens populate in the order that you press them. And again, it gives you a user interface that's a tabbed view. On the other hand, here's a scrollable view with Uprise. Again, a single page, clean interface, scrollable view EHR. This concludes our Doctor to Doctor series, Choosing the Right EHR tutorial. I presented two perspectives on selecting an EHR. One from the government's HIT website, and I recommend that you view that information. It has objective, technical, and practical information. Another from a doctor's perspective, because after 26 years of EHR use and software development, I've learned a few things to share. And I'm happy to share and host a site visit for anyone that wants to see technology integrated practice at its highest level. Now, if you come to my practice, what you won't see is filing cabinets, paper charts, registration forms, and servers. What you will find is a quiet, calm, single location, multi-million-dollar, 4-doctor practice with 13 exam lanes and all the technology one can have. Only 12 full-time equivalent employees, no back office, and me gone on Fridays because I like to close my exam and go home, or in my case, go sailing. So you'll find me on my sailboat in the Pacific most Fridays, enjoying the fruits of a technology-integrated practice. And you're welcome to join me there in Newport Beach for a day sail. We can look at Uprise in the middle of the Pacific, on any device, anywhere in the Pacific, anytime, because after all, Uprise is in the true cloud. I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial today, and I invite you to join me in the uprising. Thanks for watching. See you in the cloud.